what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of B is for Build. In today's episode, we're working on the Mercedes. So you guys know the Mercedes is the second gambler car, and we need to wide body it to match our theme. So our car is themed after the Otis Maybach. Here's some pictures of that and how they did their wide body. So it's all made out of steel. It's all very DIY, so it's a perfect thing that we can do on our own. So I'm here at the metal supply store. I'm gonna get some supplies and then we'll get back to the shop and get to work. Stay tuned. Couple minutes later and we are all geared up. We've got our sheet metal that we need in a bunch of different sizes. We've got our square tube and then we've got our flat bar, and it's pretty much all cut already to size that we need, so we're ready to go. Shout out to Metal Supermarkets. Thanks for the awesome service. Let's get back to the shop. Quick stop at Gardner's Meat Market. It's the best meat market in town. Not for me though, it's for Cooper. Gotta try and find dog bones for bitty dogs. Got Cooper some dog bones. I hope they're not too big. I don't know what little dogs can handle as far as dog bones, but I tried my best. All right, let's get to the shop. All right, we're out here. Eric did not bring the dog. He's driving the vet cart around and he didn't want to take it and take the dog. So we'll give the bones to the dog next time. So on here, it's time to make some brutal cuts. We were playing around with the air suspension when I was driving this thing over to this spot, and this is fully aired up. Now when we air back down, the rear actually hits the tire. So we got to go ahead and make the chop that we do on all the wide body stuff. It's fitting, whatever. So we're gonna chop right around here because the last thing I want to do is be out on this event and for some reason have the wheel scraping on the body of the car and lose a tire. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a reciprocating saw, make a real quick cut right through here, and then we can put on our new wheel spacers, which are gonna move everything out another inch. All right, the cut has been made. We got plenty of wheel clearance here. Also swapping out wheels right now. That side's a little rough, as Eric kindly pointed out, but coming over here, this side is much cleaner. Why do we have so much clearance over here? Maybe we just made that much clearance. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna get the 3-inch spacers and the wheels all the way around. That way we can get our nice, get it set up and know what we need to build for the wide body. While Eric is installing that wheel over there, don't mind what the grinding sound is. We just, it's part of installing new wheels. I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall this side skirt right here. Had a clip get away from me, hit me right in the head. This isn't a safe job demolishing cars. All right, we finally got our wheels and tires on the car with our 3-inch spacers. We definitely got a lot more poke now. And it's still riding super high, obviously, because we have the air suspension way up, but at least now we kind of have an equal gap, which means when we air down, we'll have equally small gap. Like when we air down, that's and we hit bumps, it's gonna be sketchy. We don't want to rub through the tires. So that's great. Now it's time to build a wide body kit. We're going to start with the side skirt. So we're copying exactly what they did on the Otis car onto this car. Well, not exactly, but the basics of it. So we're going to start with the side skirt because that's a real easy reference point. And you can see in this image right here how they're using some rectangular box rail. So we have some over there. And then they have tabs as well that come off of that rail and then weld into the side skirt. So we're going to follow the same method. Pop one on each side right there. The first of the brush strokes have been applied. We've set the tone. I hope you like it. No, but really this is our side skirt that came out exactly how I wanted it to, so it looks good. We had a lot of talks about whether or not we were going to do rivets or self-tapping screws or weld, because the welding burns the paint Same problem, and there are other problems with other things as well. But we're going with this style. So after we get all this done, then there will be a layer of clear over it so it doesn't rust over, because we want to keep the character of all this stuff. Similar to our Apocalypse car, but this isn't supposed to look so much Apocalypse. So it's kind of give and take. So anyways, we're gonna hop over to the other side and build the other one now. All right, side skirts are done. Now the car is riding really high, so we're gonna go ahead and turn it on, roll it forward and backward a little bit, and lower it down, air it out, see what it looks like. Well, that looks a lot better aired down, a little bit closer to the tire. Now we're gonna start DIY makeshifting our own sheet metal body kit. Wide body kit, fender flares. This will be interesting for sure. We're gonna use the JayZ and Kanye car as inspiration, but we're not gonna try and copy it exactly, because copying it exactly would be such a waste of time. And I know about waste of time. Got the first quarter panel done. It looks fantastic. I'm super happy with the way that it turned out. So basically we just cut a bunch of equal strips. That way it'd be easier to kind of match both sides. Sorry, there we go. And yeah, it came out really, really good. It's looking just like the car does on the video. So I'm super happy with it. We stopped at the polyurethane there. I'm not really sure what the game plan is after we get down to there, because the bumper, you know, it's plastic. So I'll definitely put at least one rivet there. I don't know if we're gonna stop there, kind of like the Rocket Bunny kits do, and then continue down there, or if we'll connect it all up. I'm not really sure. But for now, we're gonna jump on the other side and start working on that side. Okay, now that we got both of these sides done, we did a great job of matching up the same style and the same placement on both sides, which is awesome. So we got both the sides done, but it looks a little weird with it just stopping right there. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is build the triangular piece that kind of comes in to the body right here. And then now we're into the polyurethane bumper here, so we're gonna have to go ahead and rivet. So I'm gonna rivet from here. I'm gonna rivet here, then I'm also gonna weld the triangular piece onto here that will come down, and then it'll rivet here. Now on most cars with the you know, where the fender goes over the wheel, you see a little lip, and on the JayZ car they had a little lip too. On the back they had a really big one, and on the front they had a smaller one. I didn't really like the look of it, and Eric and I decided we both didn't really like the look of it, so we're not going to go ahead and build that. We're just going to leave it like this without that lip bringing it down. We're pretty sure that's how we want to keep it, at least. I'm pretty positive that's how I want it to look. So we're kind of deviating from the plan a little bit. The other thing is, so on the JayZ car, it gets super, super, super wide right here and comes in and meets up with a front piece. This car has really no metal down here to build off, to build a front piece that would be very sturdy, and that would obviously be the first thing that would just get destroyed on the Gambler. So I'm not really interested in building one of those. I don't think the one that they have looks super great. I'd rather, if I was gonna do anything, maybe like put some cool metal pieces like in the grill or something like that to spice it up a little bit, or maybe just a diffuser style. Like, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of that metal, I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight or not, and kind of in the same style that we have this, how it's made out of chunks, build it out of chunks and just make like a front splitter type of thing like that out of steel, rather than something that goes straight down into the ground, because I'm really thinking that that would just get ripped off and we'd end up driving over it at high speeds, which would be terrible. So anyways, that's the game plan for the rest of the night. I'm gonna go ahead and get to cutting these triangular pieces and mounting them to the car on both sides. All right, real quick before we lose all lighting, I want to show you guys the end result. So I added on that little triangular piece that we're all used to seeing, and then we riveted the kind of end of it into the bumper, and it's really nice and really solid, which is what I was really hoping for. I don't want anything flapping around on the Gambler, so it's super on there. I'm really happy. Now it's getting really dark, so I'm gonna throw a car cover on this thing and we'll move inside. All right, back inside. You guys remember this old place? It's very, very, very dirty, no longer used shop. I'm really excited to get back to work on that thing that is a 240Z waiting to be assembled. But anyways, for now, we have a Mercedes door in front of us. This Mercedes door has a mirror on it. My car does not have mirrors because they're attached to the doors that are in front of you now. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what it takes to take this mirror off, harvest it, so I can prepare to mount it on the car tomorrow. Well, I had a dream, and let me explain that dream. I had a dream that this crazy controller unit would be able to pop in through there and come out, and there'd be just a few wires, and they'd look something like that, maybe that many wires, and they'd transfer over to here, and they'd come out here, and then I'd be able to match the colors up with what's left in the car, and I'd be able to wire that control back up. But that dream is not gonna happen because there's this crazy controller box here that must decipher different voltages being transferred on these wires from another like CAN bus system or something like that. So it's probably like, basically a signal gets sent through these wires, not just 12 volt power. Then it gets deciphered by this, or signal goes through there to this, through that, to whatever, to do the thing, to another computer to tell the seat what to do. So like for instance on the mirror, like right down here, you're seeing there's 7 wires. On the mirror, there's what, 20 alone? So I'm not gonna be able to use any of the electronics from any of this, which means the seats are, well, they are where they are for now. If we need to move them, at least I have this box and I have these wires, so we could wire all this up later on if we wanted to, but for now, we're just gonna be taking the mirror. So I've harvested one mirror, let's go get the other door and do the same to the other one. All right, I've officially harvested 2 side mirrors to install in the car tomorrow. Man, it's been a long day. I feel like I haven't had time to like just sit down and vocalize with you guys what's been going on over the last few days, because it's been so just like crazy, go, go, go. The pace has been crazy. But I mean, you guys are seeing what's going on. Eric and I are just working really, really hard. The event starts on, there's a bug on the lens. The event is, our last day is Thursday, so the event starts on Friday, and we just really want to bring these 2 cars to the event, to the Gambler, looking as cool as we can, so we're working really hard. On the personal side, I'm feeling better. My kidneys are still hurting like hell, and my body's still kind of adjusting to being better, but I'm okay. I feel fine. Yeah, we're having fun, but it is exhausting. So tomorrow, one more day on the Mercedes, and then the last episode is going to be working on both, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to finish up that wide body kit and have that car looking a lot better. I think already just by seeing what we've done in the front, you can see the improvements, see how it's all starting to come together. It's got me really inspired, and I'm actually really stoked that we figured out the idea for that front splitter, so that'll be cool. All right guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the hell out of all of you guys. If you want to help and support the channel, we're on Patreon, BS for Build on Patreon. There's always a link in the description. Helping out, interacting with our sponsors. We don't have any for this episode, but when we have them in the future, interacting with those is the biggest help you can possibly give us. And then, but also we have bsforbuild.com where we have merch and we have stickers and fun stuff like that, and we're working on getting new merch soon, so that's a great place to go. And if you want to follow us on the best place to just kind of stay in touch with everything that we're doing is probably BS for Build on Instagram or Facebook. That's how you can find us, find the behind the scenes, find out what's going on. Thanks again, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace!